everybody. I'm sorry if it's very noisy, but it's kind of hot today. Fans are hitting me. The air is hitting me right now. I'm feeling very good. So have an amazing Saturday, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. But let me tell you, yes, that absurd feeling of getting old. That's what we're going to talk about today. And if you want to get rid of that feeling, or you know someone that needs this information, send this video to them, because today, well, this is something that I heard from Tony Robbins, and yes, he's got, I think he just like went straight to the point in this sense, because let's just remember, I mean, sometimes it's just that there are people that are just feeling old, and you have the fear of like, I don't want to get older from now, I feel weaker, etc. But if you remember when you're a little kid, when you're very little, when you're very little, you really want to grow. You really want to grow older. You want to be able to do many things, and that's the key word. Yes, okay. And well, before starting, just want to say hello to everyone that is connecting right now. Thank you very much for connecting from Colombia, from different parts of the U.S. Thank you very much. I don't see the names right now, but when I see them, okay, of course, I'll throw some shout outs, of course. And let's just begin, right? So one of the things here is just that when you're very little, you really want to grow older, Why? Because when you're little, you cannot do many things. You're not allowed to do many things, yes? And I'm sorry, I'm just checking over here about the noise. So the thing here is that sometimes, just hey, hello Paula, how you doing? Thank you for joining today. And when you're little, you say, okay, when I grow older, I'm going to be able to drive a car. I'm going to be able to travel around the world. I'm going to have my girlfriend, my boyfriend. I'm going to be able to arrive late home. And it's able. You're talking about ability. You're talking about being free. You want to be free. Yes, and that's what happens. When you're little, you want to be free. But then what happens when you become an adult? Once you grow older, you're thinking, okay, the older I get, the less able I'm going to be. That's when fear strikes in. That's when you get like, this is not exactly what I want, and that's when it gets ugly, right? That's when it gets ugly, and that's when you say, I don't want to grow old because I'm gonna get uglier, and I don't know, I'm gonna get pain in all my body, or etc. I mean, that fear of losing ability, freedom, etc., and come on, that just happens because you stop growing. That happens just because of two very important things that you need to take care of, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. And if you have that feeling sometimes, like I was telling the guys in Spanish, I was watching Friends. I don't know if you've watched Friends sometimes, and with my wife, and there's an episode when Rachel turns 30 years old, and she's like crying, and she has this crisis and everything because now she's 30, and I'm like, come on. You're 30, right? I mean, and look at how you look. I mean, you look amazing, right? So that's what happens, sometimes you just don't pay attention to yourself. You don't pay attention to all what you're advancing. So these are the two things that you need to consider in case that it happens to you, or this is the moment when if you know someone that has that same feeling, you share this with them, So one of the things that you need to do is, first of all, check on your progress on anything. Look, what are you doing that is really telling you I'm progressing? And it could be anything. Maybe you're not doing something that you can measure the progress in, but I tell you can get a new hobby. You can start doing some different kind of business, that can help you out. And hey, what's up? Yes, some extra activities. I don't know, maybe a side business, something, an online thing. I mean, something that can help you just see that you're having progress. It could be as simple as starting to walk and downloading an application that is telling you how many steps you're supposed to walk, and even the application tells you, yeah, you did it. Like I have done it during these couple of weeks, and if you want to see how I'm advancing, just join my Twitter account. It's the same as my Facebook name. So there I have like everything, this number of steps and this number of steps and everything. So it helps you out. If you do something, just make sure that you keep track on your progress, because progress equals happiness. That's the key to happiness. If you are not feeling that you're progressing, you won't be happy, okay? And number two is about teaching and learning. Yeah. If you are not in a position in which you're teaching or learning something, you don't feel young. That's just the way that we are. Since we're babies on, I mean, you're learning or you're teaching something, you know. So if you're doing that kind of thing, hey, what's up, Marco? Greetings as well. Hey, George, how you doing, man? And so if you're not, if you're constantly learning and if you're constantly teaching, you have this youth in your body. Why? Because for you to be able to teach, you have to learn a lot of stuff. You have to learn how to transmit, how to communicate with people. If you're teaching something, you're collaborating with other people. If you're teaching something, if you're learning something, you have a teacher, you have a mentor, you have colleagues. That gives you community. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. It gives you a sense of progress, you know. And I tell you, because I am also working together with people that are just young hearts. You know, it doesn't matter how old anyone is. All of them just contribute and start doing amazing things. I'm just like, wow. It doesn't really matter how old you are. Everybody is really an amazing power over here. So I really, I hope that these two very simple tips can help you out. Yes. Happy Saturday, George, of course. Yes, age is just a number. Of course, George. Yes, we're all 2 years old over here. We still have that soccer game pending, or football. I don't know what we're going to play, but we have to. Yeah, okay. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope that this is just the beginning. If it's not, just middle of an amazing Saturday to all of you. Okay, so love, hugs, and I'll see you tomorrow.